Kirstjen Nielsen, left, will be nominated to replace her former boss, John Kelly, as Secretary of Homeland Security. Reuters/Uri Grippas. President Trump Wednesday nominated White House Deputy Chief of Staff Kirstjen Nielsen to be the new Secretary of Homeland Security. The White House said in its announcement that Nielsen has extensive professional experience in the areas of homeland security policy and strategy, cybersecurity, critical infrastructure, and emergency management. She is also the first nominee for the position to have previously worked for DHS, they said. If confirmed by the Senate, Nielsen would replace White House Chief of Staff John Kelly. Kelly served as Trump's DHS chief for just over 6 months before replacing Reince Priebus as Chief of Staff July 31. Elaine Duke has been filling in as acting secretary in the meantime, leading the department through a series of back-to-back hurricanes, including one that devastated most of Puerto Rico. But she raised eyebrows when she described that storm's aftermath as a good news story. Nielsen would be the first former DHS staffer to lead the department, which was created by former President George W. Bush in 2003. Nielsen had served as Kelly's deputy at DHS and followed him to the White House when he replaced Priebus. Her departure leaves Kelly looking to fill another crucial administrative vacancy. Nielsen is an expert in homeland and national security policy. She previously worked as a special assistant to George W. Bush and for the Transportation Security Administration. In a New York Times profile last month, Nielsen was described as brusque and no-nonsense. The piece claimed that some in the administration had chafed under a woman asserting power and made her a target for the anger that they cannot express at Kelly. Representative Benny G. Thompson, Demas, the ranking member of the Committee on Homeland Security, said in a statement he was pleased the president had made a decision on filling the post after letting the critical national security position remain vacant as the nation faced multiple major hurricanes and a domestic terrorism attack. But Thompson said he had questions about her background, including her past work for the Bush administration. Fox News' John Roberts and the Associated Press contributed to this report. President Donald Trump told Fox News' Sean Hannity Wednesday that the NFL should have suspended quarterback Colin Kaepernick for kneeling during the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. The NFL should have suspended him for 1 game and he would have never done it again, Trump told host Sean Hannity in Harrisburg, PA. They could have then suspended him for 2 games and they could have suspended him again if he did it a 3rd time, for the season, and you would never have had a problem. Watch Sean Hannity's full interview with President Trump at 9 p.m. ET on Fox News. Kaepernick began kneeling during the national anthem last season as part of a protest against police brutality while a member of the San Francisco 49ers. Kaepernick has since become a free agent and has been unable to get a job with another NFL team. On Tuesday, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said in a letter to team owners that he believed players should stand for the national anthem, adding that the league would consider a rule change requiring players to stand. "I will tell you," Trump told Hannity, "you cannot disrespect our country, our flag, our anthem, you cannot do that." Trump also criticized the 2015 nuclear deal with Iran, calling it one of the most incompetently drawn deals I've ever seen. "They got a path to nuclear weapons very quickly and $1.7 billion in cash," Trump said. "You know how many airplane loads that must be? Did you ever see $1 million, like a promotion, where they have $1 million in $100 bills? It's a lot. So, this is the worst deal. We got nothing." The president reportedly will declare Iran to be not in compliance with the nuclear agreement in a major policy address later this week. Trump also lashed out at the ongoing investigation over Russian actions during last year's presidential election, calling it an excuse used by the Democrats when they lost the election. "They sat in a room and they said, 'Wow, we look bad.' The morning after, in fact it's been written about in various books, or a book, but they said, 'Why did you lose the election?' the president said. And they said, 'Ah, it was Russia.' Russia. It wasn't Russia, it was a bad candidate.